All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel, and we're here on our road to Avengers Doomsday rewatch. Although we're doing the format a little bit differently, we're not really sitting down to rewatch it. We've already watched it, but we're here to discuss the film Spider-Man: Far From Home and how relevant it is for Avengers Doomsday. But before we do that, guys, we're heading towards 2,000 subs.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the support, and we're doing a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. And what are we giving away? A signed Tessa Thompson card.
It's actually pretty cool.
It is pretty awesome.
It's a really good one. Yeah.
From Thor: Love and Thunder, one of the best movies we can think of.
Yeah, the best movie released in March of 2024, whenever it was. It wasn't very good.
That's right. But all you need to do to enter this giveaway is to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment, and you'll go into the running to win this awesome giveaway. But Robby, we're here to talk about Spider-Man: Far From Home, Road to Avengers Doomsday. Can you do a recap for us?
Yeah. So we'll do a recap before we get into the conversation on it. So Far From Home. So Spider-Man goes on a school trip to Europe because he wants to hold MJ's hand. He keeps getting rudely interrupted though by world-ending multiversal threats. He meets the multiversal traveler who alerted him to the threats, and he seems like a nice guy. So Spider-Man lets him borrow the multi-billion-dollar tactical defense system that he inherited from his dead mentor. Turns out, Mysterio was actually lying, and Spider-Man learns how to harness his Peter Tingle to beat him. In the end, Peter manages to swing into MJ's DMs, but even that is interrupted by the broadcasting of his secret identity to the world. And that's where we're left.
Very good. I love that recap. And look, we're watching this movie in the context of Avengers Doomsday. And let's talk about Mysterio.
Yep.
Because he does talk about the multiverse.
He does. He potentially introduces the multiverse to everyone.
Right, yes.
Yeah. So this movie came out not too long after Endgame, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the following year.
Yeah, okay.
So would that be 2019 or something?
Yes, yeah, I think it was 2019. So it brought up the multiverse pretty quick smart straight after
They did, yeah.
Endgame.
He said he came from Earth 833.
Yes. Yeah.
And what was interesting was that he was able to figure out that the Earth that we're in is 616.
Yeah.
Lucky guess, hey?
Yeah, real lucky guess, which was actually confirmed in Multiverse of Madness.
Yes.
Yeah. So he actually got that right.
Got that right. Yeah. So in the movie, he had a guy who fabricated stories.
Yes. Yeah.
To give that backstory for Quentin Beck. So the question is, did that person who researched or wrote up that backstory knows or have some sort of insight to the multiverse?
Yeah, it's a really weird detail because obviously we know that's all a lie and it's just all made up. But they got that really obscure detail really correct.
Yeah.
So it is an interesting question. How or where you got that number from?
Yeah. Do you think we see Mysterio again in a variant or multiversal?
Good question. I would love to. Jake Gyllenhaal is awesome. Just rewatching again, it's almost like he was one of the few actors who could have pulled off what they did with Far From Home.
Yeah.
And just being able to bring Mysterio almost in a new light.
Yes.
Compared to everything else we've seen, he's almost a bit of a goofy character in the comics.
Yeah.
Apart from one bit where he caused the whole Logan thing, he's just been a bit of a punching bag to Spider-Man, and this really brought something really clever and really interesting and fun. It was even just the visualization of it was cool.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see him again. I mean, Secret Wars and Doomsday does give the opportunity.
Yeah.
To bring some of these really awesome Spider-Man villains back. But I'd love to. Who knows?
Yeah. But what I found fascinating about this movie was there was a lot of mention of a multiverse.
There was.
Multiversal elemental creatures. And then, so I guess awareness of a multiverse already existed probably prior to this. Or maybe not, I don't know. But it seems like there's knowledge of something a parallel universe out there.
Yeah. The fabricated story goes into quite a bit of detail about these multiversal
Yeah.
elemental creatures, being birthed by sort of the powers within that sort of space or realm, and coming to threaten this I guess universe. So they do go into quite a bit of detail in multiverse
Yeah.
arena, even though it's all sort of made up by the storyteller of the thing. It's interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
And you guys let us know whether you think like how this multiversal story came to be in this film itself. Whether the guy who did this fabrication of story knew there was an existence of the multiverse, or it was just luck that he just got 616 correct.
Maybe it was lucky all along.
Maybe it was luck. Or
Got a story?
Yeah, got a story.
Yeah.
That'll be a cool twist.
That would be like,
So that's one point.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Nick Fury.
yeah.
Because he is now. It's first of all, let's talk about the plot a little bit. Nick Fury and Marie Hill was Skrulls was this whole time. Yep, Talos and his wife Gaia. Is it Gaia? No, that's his daughter.
No, that's
I can't remember his wife's name, but Nick Fury at the end is on a space station. Yep, assuming that it's S.W.O.R.D.
Yes.
And he's up there, and obviously that leads into Secret Invasion and the Marvels and all that later on.
He seems to have lost his shoes.
And he lost his shoes.
Yeah.
But you think that if there's an incursion happening, that S.W.O.R.D. would be the
First line of defense, you'd think.
first line of defense.
Yeah. And there's so much from, I guess, these post-credit scenes that we've seen that point to the Avengers or people looking into space.
Yeah.
As the first sort of question mark of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So you would think S.W.O.R.D. is right there.
Yeah.
Or should be right there. Checking that out too. So it'll be interesting to see how they play that.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking of the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, and where Yelena talks about we have a space crisis, and you think, hang on, Nick Fury's in space right now, right?
Yes.
With, potentially Kamala Khan, Captain Marvel might be there. Monica Rambeau's in the X-Men universe.
True, yeah.
And so it'd be interesting whether they'll address any of that in Doomsday.
Yeah. And that's true. I mean, I guess the idea behind this in terms of the MCU canon is something like, we know he's in S.W.O.R.D.
Mm-hmm.
He comes down for a bit to play Secret Wars. And
Secret Invasion,
sorry. And then he goes back up at the end of that, right?
He does, yeah.
He does still end up on S.W.O.R.D. And that's the last that we see him?
Yeah. It's the Marvels, yeah.
Yeah, so presumably that's going to, you'd think, feature quite prominently in Doomsday, at least at the very start.
At the very start, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's another, I guess, point that we probably should flag.
Yeah, I mean, and then there's obviously Brand New Day flags Spider-Man in space. So that's another point of interest probably for S.W.O.R.D.
Absolutely. Well, speaking about Spider-Man. Yeah, sure. Talk about Spider-Man.
Cool. Do you want to give a rough overview of S.W.O.R.D?
Sure. S.W.O.R.D, I can't even remember what it stands for, but they're basically a shield for space.
Yes.
And they protect, I guess, intergalactic threats, as opposed to what S.H.I.E.L.D. was more like earthly threats. So, yeah, S.W.O.R.D is more space threats. And I wonder, and surely an incursion would be considered as a intergalactic threat.
Yeah, you definitely think so. For sure. Yeah. Is there anything that we need to consider about the Skrulls as well, or do we consider that done up to Secret Invasion?
I think that's done up to Secret Invasion. Yeah, I think people want to wipe that from their memories.
Potentially, and potentially so does Marvel.
Yes. Not so. Yeah, Marvel was like, let's just forget about that.
Yeah,
because they did Rhodey bad on that one.
Yes,
they did Rhodey quite dirty. On that. But yeah. Well, speaking of space, at the end credit of Brand New Day, it alludes to another Spider-Man that's true in space. Sort of thing. So, what do you think that is? Is that? Do you think that's a? Has Tom Holland Spider-Man gone into space, or do you think that's indicating a multiversal Peter Parker approaching?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. There's a lot of ways to take that. Hey, it does feel like from where I'm sitting, it feels like it wouldn't it would be odd to tease a Tom Holland in space because we don't even know if we'll see Tom Holland in Doomsday.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it feels like it could be more of one of the other Spider-Man that we've met in No Way Home, Tobey or Garfield,
Yep.
potentially being part of an incursion.
Yes.
616.
Yeah.
That would be my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think the same as well. And No Way Home is on the list that Marvel has officially put out. So I guess that's the movie they want us to watch. Where possibly any three of those Spider-Mans could potentially appear in Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's a good hint. I like if Tom Holland isn't the one that's going to be there, then No Way Home obviously suggests in maybe one of the other two, will be there.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah,
point.
so yeah, it's interesting setup for what we can expect.
Yeah, because in this movie, I guess, do we on our Road to Avengers Doomsday list, do we, I guess, include films that lead into a multiversal event, such as this one? I mean, this has a lot of mention about the multiverse and interdimensional things, and whether this would be relevant for an Avengers Doomsday prep. Or can you just go straight to No Way Home, you reckon?
Yeah, that's
Up to Endgame.
good question. It's a tough one because I guess if you just want to prep for Doomsday, maybe it's the sort of bare minimum, but this adds so much color to the character of Spider-Man and who he is and why he does what he does.
Yeah.
The whole background to the power and responsibility.
Yes. Yeah.
So I do feel like it adds a lot. It'd be interesting to see how much they pull from the multiverse conversations that they have in this. Yeah, but even this is almost the introduction of S.W.O.R.D as well, right?
Yes, that's right.
Whether or not that matters compared to just knowing it's out there,
Yes.
is also an interesting question.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. The Marvels isn't on the official list. I'm wondering whether it's not.
It's not.
Yeah. So I'm wondering whether they're just trying to erase the S.W.O.R.D as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
From this whole thing.
That'd be an interesting question because that's a pretty big structure up in space.
That's a bold move.
Yeah, it is. Really
but I thought it would also be. I mean, this movie would be good also just to even be introduced to a variant of J. Jonah Jameson.
That's true.
Who I guess we'll be watching next in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy next.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think that it's a fun little Easter egg, isn't it? For those who have watched Tobey Maguire's original Spider-Man trilogy with J. Jonah Jameson, I'm going to see him come back in Far From Home. Yeah, which is really great, and No Way Home too.
That's awesome, and it's almost like he was the only one that could play.
Exactly.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think these are the three, I guess, interesting points. You know, Mysterio talking about the multiverse. And how he came to the conclusion of 616, which is quite fascinating. And Nick Fury, like S.W.O.R.D is a massive organization that should potentially be alerted to incursions. So it'll be interesting to see whether Doomsday will address that at all. And which Spider-Man will appear in it. Because it does allude to a Spider-Man at the end of the Brand New Day.
Before we move on, just trying to think about it. S.W.O.R.D was mentioned as well in WandaVision, right?
Yes, you're right.
And they have a presence on Earth.
They do.
Well, but I guess sort of in comic book land, they're primarily based on intergalactic.
That's right.
Focus.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see how they sort of juggle that in this.
Such a good point. Yeah. WandaVision mentioned S.W.O.R.D. And that's what that leads into the Marvels with Monica Rambeau going up to space to meet Nick Fury.
True.
Yeah. Interesting points. Who knows whether Marvel will address any of these things?
That's true.
But hey, let's do a ranking of this.
Yes.
On our Road to Doomsday rewatch. Where would you put this?
Yeah, actually, coming from just watching it, I actually really enjoyed it. I think it was really nice just to go back through the Spider-Mans of this era. John Watts.
He's so good.
Did such an amazing job with the three that he had. What's my top 4 or 5.
Top 4 or 5 for Robbie. Logan's number 1.
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Loki. X-Men Days of Future Past. And X-Men First Class.
Oh, okay. Looking back, I might even put this up there. At the moment, I'm thinking just below Loki.
Just below Loki, yeah. So better than
technically.
X-Men Days of Future Past.
Yeah, I think so.
And Loki is a pretty awesome show.
Loki was amazing, yeah, especially season 1. I loved so much just how quirky it was,
Yeah.
the mystery box of it all, and how they pulled it all together was really good. So I think that's where I'll land. I love Jake Gyllenhaal as in everything he does. He almost sits there with, and who's the Casper Ghostwriter?
Ryan
Gosling. He sort of sits in that sort of tier for me. And I think he did an amazing job. Like, I always love a great villain, and I think he was a great villain.
Yeah, I agree. I think Jake Gyllenhaal did an amazing job in fooling everyone. Like, he was so charming and charismatic and made us believe that he could potentially be a good guy. Good guy. But, no, you dirty dog.
Yeah,
He had us all. He got us all. Cool. So that puts Spider-Man Home as number 4.
Yeah.
You haven't rewatched it just now. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was so good. It's such a tight film, such great moments, great action.
Yep.
And
I think even just the building of the friends.
yes, yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of time with just them, but I really enjoyed that, and I guess that sort of plays out as we go through the Spider-Man series, how much that's important to Peter. So,
and that makes No Way Home so much more impacting when they get to the end of that movie.
Yeah, and I mean, even Brand New Day and the importance of these relationships to how Peter overcomes the burden he carries. So
Yeah.
I think they've done a really good job building relationships. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
After watching all these.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with all that. Well, for me, my ranking at the moment, I'll give you my top 5. There'll be Logan, WandaVision, Loki, X-Men Days of Future Past, and Deadpool 2. And I would probably say this is better than Deadpool 2.
Yep.
Do I like it more than X-Men Days of Future Past? I love X-Men Days of Future Past.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
It's a tone, very different tone. Different movie.
Yeah.
But this had a lot more. This was really fun.
It was.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like this. I still put Days of Future Past above this. I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll put this as my number 5 ranking. Spider-Man 5.
Yeah. Nice.
I think Days of Future Past just still had a lot of great nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
With the old cast of X-Men combining with the new cast. They're like, I love ensemble films like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's sort of my
And McAvoy and Fassbender still carry so much of.
They do so much
of that.
Yeah.
I do agree.
Really great. Well, thanks, Robbie.
Yeah.
Cool. Our next sort of rewatch for our Road to Avengers Doomsday is the Tobey Maguire trilogy.
Oh, fun.
So we'll watch that because I don't know. Do you think it's Tobey that's going to rock up in Doomsday?
That'd be my guess.
That would be my guess.
Surely, because I guess the expectation is the one that shows up will probably get killed off, right? And they can't do that to Garfield. These too nothing guy. He's too nothing guy. I don't know. That's my expectation. Yeah.
I think
And from everything we've heard and read,
that's true. Yeah, from all the rumors that we've heard so far, and I guess our logic behind rewatching some of these films in preparation for Doomsday is to understand the multiverse.
Yep.
And I think just giving backstory to Tobey Maguire's universe, and we're going to watch Andrew Garfield's as well, in preparation for No Way Home, which is a multiverse of film. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, and it'll be really interesting to put your timeline up against Marvel's. And
you got to rise. Yeah, that would be quite interesting to see when we hit Doomsday what movies become relevant and what which do not.
Yeah.
Marvel was very clear with those 15
they did
movies. I still don't know why you wouldn't watch Love and Thunder because love is introduced in that.
Yeah.
I feel like the Ant-Man and Cassie Lane's relationship is quite important. I mean, Quantum Mania didn't really do much for that, to be honest.
But I guess it does introduce Cassie as the person she is now.
That's right. Yes,
So
that's what it does.
it's a big step for her, I guess.
Mhm.
Literally.
Yeah, exactly. And I still don't know why you would address Monica Rambeau with Beast
Yeah.
at the end of the Marvels. So we'll see who's list.
Yeah. What's happening? Yeah, Marvel gave it a good go. Like, oh, great how they went at the when we finally get to Doomsday.
Yeah, and that's not too far away. All right. Well, thank you, Robbie, for this Road to Avengers Doomsday rewatch, Spider-Man Far From Home. And you guys, let us know what you think about Spider-Man Far From Home, or what do you think it's essential for our Avengers Doomsday prep. And don't forget, we're doing a giveaway. When we hit 2,000 subs, we're giving away a signed card by Tessa Thompson. It's awesome. So do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below to enter this giveaway. And thank you so much for the support. We'll see you in the next video for our Spider-Man Tobey Maguire trilogy rewatch. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.